In this video, let's talk about the best AI coding assistants. Before I do that, let's start by defining what is an AI coding assistant. Well, in the world of development, you've probably noticed that AI has made its way into our lives by helping us to write our code, and that is in the form of AI coding assistants. These are tools that leverage artificial intelligence to help developers like you and me write code faster and more efficiently. They provide real-time code suggestions, auto-completions, and even entire code snippets based on natural language comments and existing code. But why would you want to use an AI coding assistant? Well, put simply, they save you time. They reduce the likelihood of errors, and they can also help you learn new coding techniques by suggesting best practices. Also, they're great for migrating from one language to another. I also think one of the best reasons to use them is that I really expect these to be a part of our daily lives as a developer in the years to come. So getting to grips with these tools now will help you get ahead of the curve and get comfortable with the idea of using an AI coding assistant or AI pair programmer, depending on how you like to describe it, to help you do your work. Think about it like this. It's a bit like having an intern or a low-level staff member or a junior that you can use to do some of the more simple work, freeing you up to do the more complex and challenging work. An AI coding system can take care of the boilerplate, and you can work on the difficult elements. Now, let's dive into what I think are the top 3 AI coding assistants in my opinion. Number 1 has to be GitHub Copilot for me. Now, GitHub Copilot is an AI-powered coding assistant developed by GitHub, unsurprisingly, in collaboration with OpenAI, who you probably know as they are the people that have invented ChatGPT. Now, how does it work? It uses OpenAI's Codex model to provide real-time code suggestions as you type. It can auto-complete lines of code, generate entire functions, and even help with writing complex algorithms. There's even a ChatGPT-style interface built in to GitHub Copilot, so you can communicate with the AI coding assistant and ask questions and get answers in the same way that you would with ChatGPT. Now, what are some of the unique selling points of GitHub Copilot? Why should you be considering this? Well, naturally, there's deep integration with GitHub. It integrates seamlessly with this, making it easier to use in projects that are version controlled on GitHub. It also has multi-language support, supporting a wide range of programming languages, including JavaScript, Python, TypeScript, Ruby, and more. It also offers contextual suggestions. These context-aware suggestions are based on the surrounding code, making its recommendations highly relevant and useful for your own project. Now, why choose GitHub Copilot? Well, overall, it's great for developers who are already using GitHub for version control, and they want a tool that seamlessly fits into their existing workflow. And it's also got this fantastic ability to handle multiple languages, making it versatile for full-stack developers. Though I should point out, it was trained on GitHub's repositories, which means that the ability to provide suggestions in a certain language will depend on how much code is available during the training process. So a really popular language like Python or JavaScript, where there is a lot of code, is probably going to be better at that than something a little bit more niche, like COBOL or even Lisp, or something not many people are using in relative comparison. So depending on the language you want to use, you might find that your results will vary in terms of the quality of the code suggestion with GitHub Copilot, but for general use and for most languages that are popular these days, it's a fantastic choice. Number 2 for me has to be Amazon CodeWhisperer. This is a newer tool, but it's developed by Amazon and AWS, and it's an AI-powered coding assistant that is designed to help developers write code faster and with fewer errors, with a particular lean towards people who work in the AWS ecosystem. What does this mean and how does it work? Well, much like GitHub Copilot, does the same type of thing. It provides real-time code recommendations based on the context of your code and comments, but it's particularly tuned for use with the AWS ecosystem, which leads me to its unique selling points. AWS integration being the first one. This means it's optimized for developers building applications on AWS. So if you're heavily invested in the AWS ecosystem, this could be a natural choice when thinking about the right AI coding assistant for your future. It's also security focused. It helps to identify security vulnerabilities in your code and suggest best practices for secure coding. That makes it a great tool for security conscious developers. And again, a lot like GitHub Copilot, it's got multi-language support, supporting popular languages like Python, Java, and JavaScript, and any of the popular languages that are commonly used in AWS environments. For me, if you're working on AWS, CodeWhisperer can help streamline development process, providing AWS-specific code suggestions and security best practices, making your cloud-based development faster and safer. Now, it is newer than GitHub Copilot, but I really think it's worth considering if you're someone that spends a lot of time coding or creating applications that are revolving around the AWS ecosystem. Getting those AWS insights when using certain APIs or SDKs within the AWS ecosystem can be super helpful, and it's something I found really useful myself when using this. Next up, my number 3 is Tabnine. Now, Tabnine is an AI code completion tool that uses machine learning models to provide real-time code suggestions in your favorite code editor, whether that's VS Code, IntelliJ, whatever you're using. you can use Tabnine as long as it supports the extension. But how does it work? Well, a lot like the previous two that I've mentioned, it predicts and suggests code completions based on the code you've written, adapting to your coding style over time, which is a really nice feature. But some of the unique selling points for Tabnine are that it's open source and extensible. The core is open source, allowing developers to contribute and extend its capabilities. And also the editor compatibility is a fantastic feature. It works with a wide range of code editors, including VS Code, which is my personal favorite, Sublime Text, IntelliJ, and others, making it highly versatile. And it's also language agnostic. It supports a vast array of programming languages, making it suitable for developers working with multiple technologies. I also like the fact that it was trained on purely open source information. So if you're somebody that really cares about the tool you use only working in an ethical way, some may argue that Tabnine has taken the right route here, only using open source data to train its code suggestion model. Overall, why would you choose Tabnine? Well, if you prefer this open source solution and you want a tool that integrates with virtually any code editor for a broad range of languages, Tabnine is a fantastic choice. Now, wrapping up, choosing the right AI coding assistant is not necessarily easy, but equally you can't really make a wrong choice here. There are different tools for different needs, and all three of the ones that I've highlighted are excellent choices. But the one that's best for you will really depend on your own specific workflow, development environment, and of course budget, because these will have a paid requirement attached to them. Now, GitHub Copilot, I think it's perfect for developers who are deeply integrated with GitHub and want this versatile multi-language tool, whereas Amazon CodeWhisperer is ideal for developers working in AWS because you get that specialized support for a cloud-based development setup. Also, Tabnine, I think, is fantastic for those who prefer the open source approach, and it's highly compatible with various editors and languages. As you can see, there's no real downsides to any of these, and my advice would be to take a look at the free trials for each, give them all a go, and see which best fits your workflow, which best integrates with your preferred IDE, and really which best fits what you would like to do going forward in terms of your development expectations, whether that's on the cloud, whether that's using GitHub, or whether that's doing anything else. Overall, experimentation and learning is the best approach, and I reckon you should just try these out, see which one fits best, and then make the decision based upon that. And even if you change your mind later, you'll find that a lot of them work in a similar fashion, so you could end up switching from one tool to another later down the line, and you're not necessarily going to lose out. But getting to grips with using an AI coding assistant as part of your daily workflow right now, I think, is a really smart move, and it will get you ahead of the curve. Overall, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have you used any of these AI coding assistants already? Let me know. Tell me what your favorite is and tell me why you would choose one over the other. I'd love to hear from you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.